Hey everyone, it's Ivan, kitbadger.com, here to relate a pretty cool story with respect to a company within the industry and myself and my Patreon page. The other day I got a notification from Patreon. If you're unfamiliar with Patreon, basically it's a way for people to support content creators. Myself, I have a page over there, so whether someone's making videos, music, a blog, podcast, whatever it is, it allows people to support content creators for X amount a month, whether it's $1, $5, $10, and usually people set up different tiers. I have a tier at $1 and another tier of $5, but got a notification, someone supported me for $50 a month. And I was like, that's pretty crazy, significantly more than anyone else has supported me over there. Keep in mind, I very much appreciate all of you, to include all of you that support me for $1 a month. Really appreciate it. Honestly, it helps me create content. Having said that, seeing $50 a month, I was like, wow, that's really significant. Like, who did that? Turns out it was Sportsman's Guide. I was like, the Sportsman's Guide? Like the old paper catalog I got when I was a kid? And sure enough, it was. I ended up typing a message. I was like, hey, thank you guys very much. I really appreciate your very generous support. And yeah, that's incredible. Thank you guys. Coming back from them, I actually got a pretty cool response. The response I got reads as such. Hi Kit Badger, thanks for the message. We're new to Patreon, so we're getting a few issues worked out with payment, but we're excited to be supporting you. As a strong supporter of our constitutional rights, including free speech and the Second Amendment, we believe it's important to support those in our community that also embrace these values. We hope our commitment to making sure people like you maintain your platform for communication is helpful. That's rad. If you look at the Sportsman's Guide's Patreon profile page, they're supporting a dozen other relatively small content creators. None of the huge big names, but a bunch of small ones. And I think that's amazing. I mean, talking versus doing. The fact that someone like Sportsman's Guide is like, hey, this is what's important to us in our industry, and we want to make sure there's proponents for us out there. I think that's really incredible. I don't know if it's coming out of their advertising budget or what, but it's the first I've seen of it in the industry. Obviously, as a beneficiary, very much appreciate it. But big picture, I think that's incredible. For someone to say, hey, here's our advertising budget, but you know what's really important is that there's still a market for what we're doing, that we continue with the Second Amendment and things like this. Where's avenues where we can help kind of push that? And pretty rad. So very grateful, obviously, for Sportsman's Guide. Totally remember back as a kid getting the old paper catalogs, all kinds of really cool surplus stuff and everything like that, but hopped over there. They actually have tons of stuff over there. I haven't been over their website in a long time, but it's pretty clean, pretty functional. If you're looking for something, absolutely go check them out. But Sportsman's Guide, as well as all my other Patreon supporters, very much appreciate your guys' support. And if you're in a position and want to support something, i.e. First Amendment, Second Amendment, I think that's a pretty cool way to go about it. Basically find people that are kind of in that same track and support them. So those things will continue to be there moving into the future. But as always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.